Hello, beautiful family, lovers of good things, lovers of important personnel all over the globe. I bring greetings from a grateful heart. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on your time zone. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. I just can't thank you enough. So in this platform, we react to all videos and we give you all the latest updates. In fact, we draw the world closer to your doorstep. So please watch this video and I will be watching it with you. Don't forget, drop your opinion in the comment section and I'll be right back.
I salute you all. I salute you, the first. I salute you, Goodman. I salute you, Emeka. I salute you, Stella. I salute you, Ben Chooks. I salute you, Ari. Ayomide, I salute you as well. Arenze, Test, 247, I see you. Ife Chuku, I see you. I see everyone. I salute you, please. Time may not permit. Eunice, I see you to call everyone's name. We are here for important people, and when we gather, we should not allow people that are just here to buy time and use us to waste our resources and energy and money. This is someone that on his Twitter account has nothing to do with freedom. You go there, you see it's just about music, recreation. He's not doing anything that will expose the atrocity of one Nigeria for people to know. It's just how people are playing music, enjoying their lives, combat. Look at all this nonsense. And then you see us gather here to pass message that will liberate people. You now come and while away our time with your nonsense. Now, communities have been desolated. People are being massacred. Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped because of the fact that he is speaking for the oppressed. And you are here to come and waste our time. Sit at home is ongoing, and we are using it as a tool to speak to the powers that be and to make sure the whole world understand what is happening in the entirety of one Nigeria. And you are here to come and waste our time on history of who bring Nigeria, did not bring Nigeria. You already know all this, and then you did not do anything about it. You saw that Nnamdi Kanu was doing something about it. When he was kidnapped, you're not on the verge of doing anything for him to be released. You're here to come and teach us. Yoruba was also contract. So as you were also contract, you want to remain contract forever. No. Biafran people have stood up and then said, no, we don't want to remain unprovoked. We are provoked, and we are doing something to liberate our people. You are here to come and sing stories to us. We thank Biafran people for their synergy, consistency, steadfastness, concentration, and focus on the cause of Biafra. I appreciate the media team that have been on 247, making sure the message is sent out to Biafran people. We are winning, not just winning on the media warfare, we are also winning on the war front where the bullets and guns are exchanging themselves. The Fulanis are coming to our lands and they are collecting it the way they are supposed to. They are going back in body bags and they will continue to do so. That is why every Biafran and lovers of freedom is expected to push his or her hunger to our website, the two websites that you can fund the liberation movement of Biafra to be able to give us strength for us to do more. Please do not forget to visit the website at your leisure time and anytime that you have something to put in. On the website, you have all the payment methods. PayPal is there, Cash App is there, cryptocurrency is there, Visa card payment is there. Whichever one that you want that is not there, reach out to us. We'll make it available for you. The fund will be sent over and will be used to what it is needed for. Thank you very much. We jump into this very space now to make sure we pass a message. So, my honorable minister, the first, and good man, make una forgive us. Say we jump into this space just like that. No na bear with us. The matter be say, this criminal was given the mandate of coming to write all sort of junks against the statute before they came with economic empowerment. And economic empowerment, we empowered them yesterday. We did empower them yesterday bountifully. And then they saw the level of the empowerment that we gave to them. And that did not stop for them to go and rest. You know, when you're fighting for freedom, they will use every arsenal to make sure they destroy what you're doing. Just like MNK said in his message, we are fighting a very formidable array of enemies, both within and without. And what did they assure us at the end? And we are going to overcome every one of them, that I can assure you. That I can assure you will be achieved with our synergy. That I can assure you will be achieved with our consistency. That I can assure you will be achieved with our focus and concentration on the ball, not allowing non-entities like this person that was here to distract us from focus when we are passing the message. If he was actually speaking to the liberation of the Oduduwas, I would have obliged him to continue. But even your Twitter account, which is where you speak to the powers that be, you don't portray anything about your freedom. Is it when you go to the beer parlor that you now go and portray something about your freedom? Or is it when you see Donald Trump on the road? That is when you go and talk to him about the freedom of people in Nigeria? Is it when you see Macron on the road? That is when you have to go and talk to him? Or is it when I see my prime minister in my own country, where I am here now, where we meet in the beer parlor when you just walk around? Because it's a very easy place. You can see the president in the beer parlor where he sits down to take a cup of beer with you. Is that where I will go to be telling him about Biafra? Non-entities everywhere coming to waste our time and derail us from focus. These criminals have not just stopped on economic empowerment, which we helped them to empower them yesterday. Now, the next move is MNK said ESN. This is the same thing that was done with Ejiofor in 2021. Immediately, MNK was kidnapped. As at October, November, Ejiofor came with a message to us that what? That we should hands down ESN. That MNK said he doesn't want to hear film from any commander. The same thing that they had done with Wazirike when he was in detention, which they took over all his men with money. At the end of the day, they took the last commander standing to go and stand in front of him. And Yuba led that commission. When you now see your last commander standing that has laid down his arms, and then you are in chains, what are you going to do? You will invariably lay in your own. That is what made Wazirike to hands off from his mandate, because it is not an easy thing for you to be in chains when you are incarcerated, and then you have the hope of every man out there to be standing by you, standing with you to the very end. Then all of a sudden, you hear that all the Biafran people or the management or the DOS and all the criminals that you set in place have now left you and gone for political solution. And they are now working hand in hand with the terrorists that is coming to destroy your people. Then the ESN that you set up, you now hear that the ESN is now in the hands of the Fulani terrorists. You now hear that the ESN has been scrapped without your knowledge because they had used your name to write the propaganda and then send out here. This propaganda message of ESN must be scrapped, MNK gave the order, came, and then we floated it. We told them, go and sleep. That came from Ejiofor. That did not stop us. We had to continue. When you had our PM say, we are not going to take orders from anybody in the DSS anymore, there are thousands and many reasons. We know what we were facing when we started the fight when MNK was kidnapped. Up until this very day, we have crossed too many rivers, and we know, and there is no going back. That is why all of you do not need to be wavy about our PM, because God has given him the wisdom. God has given him the power. God has given him the will. God has prepared him for this very mandate. All you have to do is to pray for him, for God to fortify him the more. But when it comes to taking decisions, do not worry yourself, because God is there with him. Pray for God to sustain him, because talking of waving or being inconsistent, no, you don't know the PM that we have worked with since MNK was kidnapped in 2021. That is why I can vouch for him. So what am I saying? What I am telling you now is that the same strategy that Ejiofor was sent to come and tell us that MNK said ESN should be scrapped, no funding, no this, no that, he doesn't want to hear any film from any commander, is the same thing that you have seen Ejimako has come to write the trashes. So it is not exceptional. But you know what? Because of the fact that we had projected, and then he now took advantage of where we put him, that is why we are not going to overlook anything that he says. That is why we say every shot must be fired at any non-entity or any Mugu that comes out, trying to downplay whatever the Biafran Republic government in exile are doing. You don't know what it means to be a Biafran. If you understand what it means to be a Biafran, you will not just come to make caricature of us when we are gathered on the space to speak and to create awareness and for people to hear us. We don't just gather on the space because we love to gather, or because we don't have work, or because we are less busy. No, we all have something doing. We have businesses, we have families, we have jobs that we are doing, and we are engaged. As I speak now, I'm speaking from work, but I have to make sure that I do what I have to do for my nation to come. Nnamdi Kanu is behind bars because of all of us here. He's not behind bars because of he himself. He's not behind bars because of his family. He's not behind bars because of his throne. He is behind bars because of standing up and sitting up and ready to sacrifice himself and to defend the existence of all Biafrans who are all scattered all over the globe. The reason why we are all scattered all over the globe is still because of the inhumane treatment that is coming from the contraption. And that is why he stood up to say that he must earn it. He is the one that has decided to sacrifice himself, his comfort, his life, his pleasure, his business, his company, his home, the warm embrace of his wife. He decided to leave them all just to do what? To come and sacrifice his own existence for all of us to live. And it is not just for Biafra. It is for the entirety of the oppressed in Nigeria. So when you hear someone like the other one that came in here now to just infuriate us, because what he was doing there was infuriating us, taking us away from the important thing that we are doing. It hurt. Ejimako came out and wrote the rubbish. That MNK say ESN should not be funded. You should not sustain ESN. Or you should not do fundraising. Or you should not do sit at home. Anybody that do sit at home, anybody that enforce it at home, anybody that do fundraising, anybody that sustain ESN, he is my enemy. He is working against me. He does not want me to release. Then when you listen to him, because there are some foolish people that may not understand what is happening, they will assimilate what he said. The fact that there is no radio for us circulated all over the entirety of Biafra land is the reason why we must hang on the space, hang on YouTube, hang on Facebook each and every moment, so that for us that have the phones that can be able to talk to our people, even if they don't get the message, you pick up your phone and then call them and send the message across to them so that they will understand. And we want all the religious leaders to get this message. That if you think that you are comfortable doing what? Enjoying and focusing only on your political, religious charade, because that is what it is. You're just in there for money. You're not there for the salvation of mankind. You're not there because you cannot be talking about salvation. Then you're preaching with the Bible when the people are not being saved. The people are being massacred every day, and you're talking about salvation. How will you be preaching salvation when the people are being massacred and then you just come and preach and say, oh, God give it, God take it? Why will God give and God take it with the use of Fulani terrorists to cut off their heads? And then is that the best way that God should take it? Are you crazy? Instead of you to preach and tell people that the reality is before us, everyone should open their eyes and then come to the realization of what is happening, which is only the Biafran movement that can save your ass. You are there preaching nonsense because you just want to get tithe and offerings to be able to fund yourself. Imagine a religious leader making boasts that he gives 1 million naira to the wife every month. 1 million naira to the wife every month to take care of herself. Then the congregation that brings about the money, many of them are wearing slippers. Bedroom slippers, wear it to go to school. Cannot even afford bicycle. Can't even afford wheelbarrow. But the person that you're paying tithe to and offering is using the money, putting all of them together to give 1 million naira out of it to the wife every month, for the wife to make beauty and then enjoy the life while you continue in jeopardy. Ejimako write rubbish implicating MNK's name, blackmailing and creating propaganda that MNK say stop using or stop funding ESN. We want to ask and pass a message to all Biafrans that you understand the importance of ESN. Ask the Jimako with all the criminals that are working with him. Ask him, it is because of this ESN and this Biafran Liberation Army that is making Biafra land safe for you to work peacefully in Biafra land. Because of the ESN, your head has not been cut off by Fulani terrorists. Because if there was no ESN, Fulani terrorists would have used your brains and scores to eat yam. On your graves would have been where they would have been dancing and singing Allah Akbar when they are cutting your heads and using them for the sacrifice. Fulani terrorists come to your community, kidnap you and cut your heads to pieces, cut women's womb to and then pick off the baby and remove your organs, and they send them out to sell to America for $225,000 for organs. And Ejimako is not doing anything for you. It is only ESN that will come to your rescue in your communities after you have been massacred and butchered. Who enabled the Fulani terrorists to come to your land? It is these same governors, these same lawyers, these same politicians, these same criminal pastors that partake in all these meetings of Southeast governors and also the rubbish that they sign documents and deploy people to come and then massacre you, rape you, and destroy you. A day before yesterday, I saw a post, whether they said from Anambra, whether 4 or 5, raped a lady till they destroyed her virginities. So what will you say about that?
So, my wonderful family, that brings us to the end of this update. Do well to like the video, share, and subscribe. Thank you, and bye bye.